Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jordan Fisher.
I'm Tim and Tatman.
I'm Cypher PK, and this is the May Contain
Action podcast.
Available on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, and more.
Welcome, everyone. Hello to the May Contain Action podcast. Welcome. I am Paul, aka ActionJaxon. My host is Trevor May, and we talk to people who stream. And I butchered the hell out of this intro, dude. I absolutely. You were like, "Where's he going with it?"
Kinda.
Like, is he gonna spice this up? And I absolutely dumped on it. Hell yeah. We're going to keep it.
We're losing it.
We're going to keep Ultimate Make Contain Action podcast for your two favorite people talk content, pop culture, gaming, and their all their favorite topics we like to talk about all the time, which often include fast food. Support for the Make Contain Action podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below the belt grooming. Again, I am host number 1, ActionJaxon. That will never change. Host number 2, future Hall of Famer, I am Trevor May, aka Trevor May of the Minnesota Twins. Everybody, welcome, Trevor. Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You just get done doing something today, or do you have something going on?
I'm not tired.
You didn't have anything?
Nothing. Just been sitting waiting to do the podcast. An hour and 42 minutes late.
Absolutely fantastic. For those that are listening to it on time, it's definitely not late. We're very on time. Nothing about this is late. We definitely didn't start an hour and 45 minutes late. But today, our special guest, who you definitely haven't heard yet on comms, is a part of our new Up and Comer series. He is the absolute best drummer you'll ever hear in your entire life. Travis Barker once said, that guy's got some talent.
Wait, I wish I was as good as him.
Look at that sweatband. Drummer, self-promoter extraordinaire, SethDrums, everybody.
Is it too late to go ahead and back out? Because I'm not really comfortable with this.
Sorry.
Please, we need an episode.
No. Sorry, we got no one else lined up.
Oh, okay.
Just
I was the last choice. All right, it's fine.
You're the only choice.
Yeah, everyone else said no.
At least you're honest. I was the only choice. Okay.
You're the only choice that we have for this. Seth, thank you for coming on the podcast, and thanks for your patience as well.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. It's been,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome. I'm a busy person.
Steve, we want to get to know you a little bit more and understand, kind of your origin story, where you come from, where you came from, and where you kind of see yourself going here. In the Up and Comer series, we're kind of going over some of the peeps in our community, especially the people that we know and have gamed with and, had in chat and stuff like that in our own streams that we want to kind of shine a spotlight on and understand your perspective, because, it's great to have the Jordan Fishers and the Tim the Tatmans and, the Courages and everyone else in between there with a lot of, influence and success in their field. They have a certain perspective. Also, people that are kind of like on the grind have a very specific perspective. And I love that perspective because we've all been there. So, Seth, firstly, before we even get into all that, your name, Steve, Seth, where did SethDrums come from?
To be honest, I don't really know how it happened, but there was a day where Tim was streaming. Tim the Tatman, everyone knows who that is. And someone donated about me, and he accidentally called me Steve.
Of course he did.
And that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he's good at reading.
And so since he made a mistake, he just went with it. And
Wait, he knew he made a mistake?
He knew he made a mistake.
He knew. Okay.
You know how he gets his words mixed up, kind of like all streamers do. All right.
Yeah.
All of us.
So he, that's what happened. And he's called me Steve literally ever since for no reason.
Incredible.
Just because it's funny and that's his thing. He just makes sense in the meme.
And his community calls me Steve. And that's just pretty much, I almost changed my Twitch name to Steve. It was getting so bad.
That close.
That was really close. Yeah.
Well,
you know
your
what?
name. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I think you're doing. There's one thing. There's like a skill I think that people on Twitch do when they're creating their brand, and it's like you take jokes and then you quote unquote steer into the skid. So you just like make it your thing. Like when I wore that stupid shirt to the roast on purpose so that people would have ammo, and then everyone had ammo, and then it became a thing for a while. Now I have a mouse pad with the pattern on it. See, you just kind of gotta just embrace it, right?
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah, most people would get offended, be like, "Wow, he got my name wrong." But I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take this and make it a positive. Yeah, and just see what happens. And here we are. We're on that.
Exactly.
We're on the May Contain Action podcast.
Yeah. It got you all the way
here. This is the tippity top, man. But we're only halfway there, right?
This is it. Yeah. No, this is the pinnacle. It's all done.
Oh, this is the pinnacle. Okay.
This is it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe Rogan, who? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
We literally went from Jen, who knows no Twitch memes, to Seth, who probably knows every single Twitch meme.
Every single one.
I highly doubt it. It's because my mods keep me updated on everything. So.
Yeah. Well, Seth, your name obviously very very straightforward. SethDrums. It's what you do. It's who you are. Right.
Right.
I learn a lot about you from that name. What names did you have before then? Like, do you have any Xbox names or like, and why was it like Dragon Slayer 69 XX?
No, I mean, before that I had I was trying to do YouTube years ago and I had ISJC, which was like, I loved SJC drum kits from San Jose, California. So that was like my overall, like my big dream was to have a drum kit from that company. So I just did ISJC and that was it. And so I did that.
Used that? Like you just appropriated their brand?
Yeah. I don't even know why I did that, but I did. Yeah. So my Nike. So my slogan, ready? Are you ready for this? Here's my slogan. This is my slogan on all my old YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And of course I sound a lot younger. I'm like, hi, I'm ISJC here coming at you live from my parents' basement. And today we got a brand new GTA race.
That is
every video.
Pretty good voice. Couple issues. One, you are not the company ISJC, and two, you weren't live. It was pre-recorded.
It was pre-recorded. I know. Yeah. It made no sense whatsoever. Yeah. But I thought, wow, it's going to be really good.
It's going to be catchy.
It just literally took off.
Yeah.
Not really.
Nice.
So I made a Twitch channel with that. And then
you did make a Twitch channel with ISJC.
So I did. Yep. So I started playing video games. I was going to play like some old retro games. So I played like Streets of Rage, classics like that.
Like you do.
Yeah, I still do a little bit now, but then I obviously had nobody watching me. And eventually I decided to play guitar. And that didn't go very well. Because I'm not very good. But see, I used to do YouTube drum covers too. So for several years. So what I did was, this is my niche, right? I want to play guitar over my drum covers. That was gonna be my thing. The problem is I only could play 5 songs. So that gets old real quick.
That's all you could do was 5 songs.
That's all I could really do is play barely, if that.
More.
So
did you say you should learn more? Is that what you said?
Learn more songs. I don't know.
You have to be rude to our guests, please.
Just learn more, right?
Learn more?
Learn more. Yeah, you're right. I should have, but anyway. So I don't even know. Okay. So that was 2016 that I made a Twitch channel and I was doing that stuff. And then 2017, I decided to just make a new Twitch account and I named it Seth and Music.
Like you're together, like you're married.
Yes. The problem with that, I learned very quickly, is people were spacing out the words and they were calling me Set Hand Music. And that really did not make any sense whatsoever.
Set hand music.
That's tough. Isn't that great?
That's tough.
And it was to the point where when I would host somebody with my 5 viewers, they would be like, "Oh, set hand music." So I was like, "Okay, well, this is." So eventually, after that, after I went through, you go through phases as a streamer, or in 100%. Life, you go through phases. You got to learn from your mistakes, just like learn to tie your shoes, right? So I still use Velcro, but still, I went to a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you should implement like TV in your name," and then we talked, and you're like, "Let's do SethDrums TV." So that was back when everyone put TV in their names.
Yeah.
Or they still do TTV, but it was actually TV. So I went to SethDrums TV, and then I think it was later in 2018 I decided to just drop TV and just use SethDrums.
And it wasn't taken?
It wasn't taken, no. I didn't. I mean, nobody knew who I was still. So,
nice. And now you're famous as all get out.
And now, like Tim says, I'm branded into an instrument, and I've ruined my career because of that.
Sure, you are kind of pigeonholed a little bit.
It's okay. It's my instrument.
It's fine. We'll get into that later. Yeah, awesome. Really great.
Does that make sense? Like, did I?
No, yeah, I mean, everyone's got, like you said, everyone's got a genesis of how they eventually get you. You know what I like? I like you just kind of really, really clearly and concisely said, I tried something, didn't really go well. Identified the problem, fixed it. Tried something, didn't go well. Identified the problem, fixed it, and you've been doing this for a while. Yeah. So like seeing growth, but you sticking with it. Like this is the process that you go through. Like everyone's going to go through this. And like you said, you made a YouTube channel 4 years ago. Yeah. Now, we're here. And obviously we all want to believe that the sky's the limit for our channels and for our content. And who knows, year, maybe we might be doing something crazy and different that translates into a ton of views or not streaming at all, whatever it is. But you got to go through that process. So I think that part of the process, part of the reason we do this show is just to highlight the different ways that people go through the process. But that's kind of the constant from the people that we've had on, is just like, hey, I built something over here and then brought it over here, and it got smaller, and then it got bigger from there, and then so on and so forth until today. And
no one's been able to, like, that I've noticed, do one thing and then that just work, and then they just do that forever.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
Not usually,
especially training.
You got to constantly evolve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And try new things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank God you did, because those names.
Yeah, terrible. I know, man. I know.
Yeah. They're not even memeable names.
No, they're not. They're just terrible. But
Seth and music just feels like, I don't know. It feels like you're gonna like show, like it's gonna be, I don't know, a YouTube channel for the kids and like that are in 5th grade are gonna like learn how to play the recorder.
Yeah.
You're gonna teach them.
How'd you learn how to play the guitar? Seth taught me on YouTube.
Hi, welcome back to Seth, and it's just like
it's like the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Exactly. And you're like, playing on the recorder, and then but you still have your sweatbands on. Yeah.
That's a great recorder impersonation.
Yeah, it was perfect, spot on.
Thanks. I practice a lot.
Sure you do.
So now we know how we eventually got to SethDrums. And for a lot of you that don't know, because there's probably is some people here that don't, for 20 minutes have been like, so does he play the drums? Yes, he does. No. Seth plays the drums, and he plays the drums a lot. Travis Barker is also a drummer, who we mentioned earlier. So now you're figuring out that Seth drums.
Barker is.
Are you saying that I'm just like Travis Barker?
Yes, that's what we said. Yeah, we said that earlier.
Wow, that's a big compliment.
Same. Seth's gonna be in Blink 182 soon.
Can you guys give some subs to Paul for that? Because that was really nice.
No, that was really nice.
Appreciate that. Look at that.
But even more importantly, we need to know what your favorite fast food place is. Hard left. Hard left. Okay, first.
Trevor's not very good at segues.
Let's start. Yeah, and I'm leaning into it. Remember, to lean into it.
Lean into it. So fast food.
Let me just take one step back, because it's important. We're identifying regions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you reside. So because that's important, because you might say something that's regional, but a lot of people know about it because they've been there before. So like, what region of the country are you in?
So I'm in Missouri.
Okay.
And so the place I'm going to tell you about most likely nobody knows about, and because there's only a few of them around in Missouri.
Okay.
But Gringos.
I've heard of
Excuse me?
Gringos.
It is.
Excuse me?
What you have?
Excuse me?
Gringos.
What's the name of it?
Gringos.
Gringos. Yep.
It's a Mexican place, correct?
It's like Taco Bell, but way better.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And they have this burrito called the cheese burrito, and I'm telling you right now, it will change your life forever.
I love
So what's in
the
it?
setup for that.
It's like it's like a super sharp cheddar they use, and then they have their taco sauce, and then they use some chopped up green onions, and they melt it. And I'm telling you right now. I mean, you can't eat more than 3. You can't eat more than 3 because you'll have some problems later on.
Bro.
But
Yeah, because that doesn't sound like an absolute explosion.
Yeah, brother, you talked it up though. Like you're like they have this thing there. It's called the cheese burrito.
He's like, we have this thing. I gotta slow down so I pronounce it right. The cheese burrito.
the cheese burrito.
What's it called again? How do you spell it?
What the restaurant?
The cheese burrito.
It's oh my gosh, I hate you guys already.
It's not called like
I was okay. Wait, hold on. Is it CHEEZ?
The melt wrap. It's called the cheese burrito.
Dude, it's just called a cheese burrito. Leave out the in it, okay?
Oh, now it's just cheese
a
burrito.
Cheese burrito, bro.
It's even less dramatic.
Paul, I have a picture of the menu. I will send it later.
Okay.
They have this thing
called
Paul
hasn't pulled it up
cheese
yet.
burrito.
Anyway, yeah, it sounds. It's like meat, cheese, green onion.
There's no meat in
sauce.
it, bro. It's just straight cheese.
What didn't you understand, Trevor?
There's no meat.
There's no meat.
Cheese burrito.
It's not a Supremo burrito. It is a sharp cheddar, taco sauce, chopped up green onions, and probably some drugs that's not legal that make it so good. All right.
So it's like a wrapped quesadilla.
It's a burrito.
Burritos have meat in it.
Dude, it does not. It literally tastes nothing like a quesadilla.
You're eating.
So the filling
quesadilla.
is green onions.
Don't you ruin my experience that I have at that place.
Okay, so Gringos is your best place. That's the first time we've had one of those.
Yeah. It's basically a Taco Bell, but I think it's a little bit better than Taco Bell.
It's like if you go to California, Del Taco is like it's like Taco Bell. It's just like a little bit better. Mine's Taco Time. Taco Time's my place in Seattle.
See, I don't know what that is.
They're only in the Northwest, and it's just like phenomenal.
Yeah,
but it's like meat, cheese, and their special taco sauce. And wrapped
do they have cheese burritos?
If you get the no meat, it's the same thing.
Dude,
make sure cheese burrito.
Make sure you go ask
no.
them.
There's a cheese option for everything because kids are like, I don't like ground beef. Just give me cheese, and they're like, all right.
Guaranteed it doesn't taste the same though.
Guaranteed it doesn't. It's probably really good in its own way, But I have heard of Gringos. I spent a lot of time in Kansas City, so I do know about Gringos. I've heard about it.
It's good. I promise. It's really, really good.
Well, I mean, if they have a cheese burrito, I've never heard of that, so it sounds like it'd be pretty good.
You know the cinnamon twist at Taco Bell?
Yes.
Right. So they have these. They're gonna make fun of me for this name.
Oh, God,
they have them. They're called cinnamon wedgies.
And I've never heard anyone laugh as hard as you did at the word wedgie.
It's funny. Shut up! It's funny, isn't it funny? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm 12 years old, but I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny, dude. All right, well, never mind.
It sounds good.
It's basically a cinnamon twist, but it's in a triangle shape.
Hence the wedge.
Just layered with cinnamon and deep fried goodness.
This is from
chips?
Gringos.
This is from Gringos, like chips. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Who else has that? I think Del Taco literally has the same. They're like in little wedge ship things.
I think that was my favorite response to your favorite fast food.
Did you like that?
I like it less now because you've asked me if I like it. But
I'm sorry.
I did like it. Yeah. No, that's okay. Wedgies.
Yeah, it's not funny at all.
Dude, next time we play games, we just say the word wedgie all the time. It's big.
Oh my God. But on that same note, I have this pizza place I like here in Syracuse, and they have this thing called cheese pizza. And what they do is they put cheese on it.
Yeah.
And that's it, because that's the joke. That was the whole, that was it. That was the whole thing.
So I didn't want to ask, but do you guys know what the Casey's General Store is?
No.
Okay, so they have a pizza.
Okay, now we're talking about
and
pizza.
Everyone has made fun of me because it's a takeout, like pizza takeout or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
So you go in and self-serve.
Yeah.
And you transport it in a plastic bag. And everyone makes fun of me for talking about how good it is because it's in a plastic bag.
Wait, like
a carcinogen? Like it would
like a Ziploc?
It's just
like a Glad bag?
It's like a bro, I don't know how to explain it, but the pizza is on a little cardboard cutout, so the grease doesn't drip on it. Naturally. And so you pull it out of the little glass box and then you put it in a bag.
In a glass box.
Well, the self-serve box. I don't know if it's glass.
Yeah, like
self-serve.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what you guys would have that would be something that would self-serve pizza. I don't know.
Are the slices already in the cardboard thing, or do you have to put it on?
They're already in there.
Okay, so you're just reaching in and grabbing a fresh piece of pizza.
Yep.
Okay.
And so is the box thing enclosed, or is it just the bottom?
It's just the bottom.
Okay.
Are you following me?
Yes, I'm following you. Okay, then what do you do with it now?
So you pull the pizza out, and then they have little baggies that you put the pizza in, so the grease doesn't get everywhere, and that's how you take it home.
Why did they think maybe instead of a box like every other pizza place does, we'll do a bag?
I don't know, bro. It literally makes no sense to me because by the time you get that pizza and put it in the bag and you walk to your car, the toppings have already freaking stuck to the plastic bag. So you just pull out the pizza and there's no toppings.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I gotta be honest. You're not doing Missouri any favors right now. I don't want to go.
Come on, Missouri.
I don't want to go.
It's just Missouri. No, there's no way. We'll see.
I don't want to go.
You just said it's the KC General Store.
Yeah.
I'm assuming KC is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is it just a Midwestern thing?
It probably yes. There's no way.
Oh,
I've never even heard of that. I've been all over the place.
I'm so sorry, Missouri.
Missouri's getting a solid C- right now.
I'm not helping at all with reputation.
Wow. You know what? I bet you the pizza is good though.
It's fantastic.
And you guys have Jack Stack barbecue, which I love. So
yeah.
Wait, what's that?
Jack Stack? I think it might be just Kansas City. You might not be close. So
yeah, I know. I'm pretty far away from Kansas City.
Yeah. But Jack Stack's like a really famous barbecue chain.
I love barbecue.
Well, I mean, Missouri's got great barbecue. That is one thing you guys have.
Dude, no jokes. Ribs.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
That sounds good.
I was hoping you would say barbecue, but you said pizza in a bag and cheese burrito. But, doing some, you lose some.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be different.
Yeah.
Good point.
People are upset now on the podcast listening. So, Trevor, you mentioned that you travel a lot, which is something that I did a lot before I started streaming. On that note, Seth, what did you do before you started streaming? What did you do before you started making content, before you were, SethDrums? Did you have like a job that you did? And then when did you decide to really give streaming like the full go, to really invest?
So I worked for Walmart for 4 years. I was in IT somehow, some way. I made it through IT. I don't know how, but I was just like computer tech support for like employees for Walmart. So I was there for like 4 years, and I thought that would be my career. I thought I was like, okay, I'm going to stay here for the next however many years and retire here and all this stuff and put all my focus on that. And then they did, let's see, it was trying to think of first 2 months of 2018, I started like playing drums on Twitch, and then they laid off a bunch of people, including myself, on March.
Feel that.
So all I had was streaming at the time, and so it was really just not fun, and so I was just trying to find some in and out jobs, doing some digital marketing for some people, and just like local stuff that I knew some people. They were just kind of helping me out paying
Did you
bills.
have like a degree in any of this or like any?
So yeah, I went to college. I had a computer networking degree, associate's degree.
Okay.
So because computer networking was really, really big. Everyone was doing that back in like
I did that actually.
Yeah, like 2007, 2009. People were really just because that was the big thing, being a programmer. But I found out real quick it was not my expertise. It was not something that I really wanted to do. So so I got my foot in the door in Walmart and was trying to go somewhere else. But yeah,
I got you. So you were streaming kind of almost like necessity, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a hobby at first because I made no money, and that was even before like they had affiliate and stuff. So I no sub badges or anything. I never get subs. So I was just doing that, and I had some people from work. They were supporting me and kind of helping me out.
Love that.
So I did that for a while. Was just streaming as like much as I could just to see if something would happen. And so I did just some. While I was doing that, I was just doing like some in and out jobs, and then I went to it was the fall 2018. I started doing substitute teaching. So just for a little bit extra money, yeah. So I did that for a little bit, and it was fun. I enjoyed it.
You ever get like catcalled? Like you walk in, like, "Hi, I'm gonna be your substitute teacher," and everyone's like, "Woo!"
Bro, I kid you not. So I had blue hair at the time, and
yeah, you did.
And every time I went into the schools, they would be like, "Mr. Drums, are you a YouTuber?" I mean, every single time, man, every day, to the point where teachers would ask me. And then it got to the point where teachers had to tell like their students to not call me that or they're gonna get in trouble. Like, or ask me, because they would try to go on YouTube and find me and watch my videos. Yeah. Like all these, like I had 5th graders, 3rd graders. So
yeah. Are you're a substitute for elementary school?
Yeah. Yep. It was kind of like a little bit of everything. It's like if whatever was available in the community, like 1st grade. I really did enjoy it. It was fun, but it was hard to do that and then come home and stream because of my neighbors.
Well, so walk me through a little bit too of you're laid off from your job, trying to find kind of like odd work here and there while also streaming. What do you do now? Streaming your only gig? Are you doing anything else right now?
Yeah, I just stream full time now. I've been doing full time for 2 years.
So how did you take that step? How did you go full time? Or when did you know it was the right time to go full time? I guess is a better question.
There you go.
Well, it was at end of the school year. And I obviously don't have anything going. I didn't have anything going on during the summer, and I got partnered. So, I mean, I can talk a little. I mean, if you want me to really go in detail, I can about how the partnership and stuff happened. So, you guys want me to now, or you want to wait?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Long form podcast. Why would we want that? Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. So like in this process of like streaming and stuff, I was obviously networking, which you should do. You should always network and find, build organic relationships with people, not for clout, but just for, find people that have the same, goals and stuff. So I met Kit Boga, which you guys probably know who that is. If you don't know, he's a scam baiter, and he's a really big streamer on Twitch. So I met him through Heart Support, which is like a mental awareness community, and we just started talking. He's a musician too, so we just started talking and became friends. And I remember it was January of 2018. My streams weren't doing very well. I was averaging like 20 to 30 people, and it was just really hard I wasn't even able to pay like my water bill because I wasn't making any money. Yeah. Although I had some supporters, I had some subs and stuff. And I remember I was just like laying in my bed one night, and I'm like, I was just talking to God. I'm like, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit streaming if I can't get partnered by May, because May was when my contract was up for substituting. And so he like came over one day. Kit was watching me stream, and he sent me like an offline host. And it was like 280 people. It was like the most people I've ever gotten. And it was an offline host. And he's like, I don't really know if that's going to help much because they're probably all lurkers. I just sat there and just like sobbed because it was just incredible. Like it's never happened to me. So in March, he hosted me for the first time with over 4,000 viewers. Wow. And like it was seriously like the most like monumental thing I've ever experienced. It was so surreal. Mm-hmm. And I just like, I couldn't believe it. And a lot of those people stayed, like a good chunk of those people stayed. And I got the milestone to apply. So I applied in April, and then was it April 31st? Is that right? It's April 31st, right? That's the last night before May.
Yeah,
I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
Or was it 30th? I mean 30th. I got a partnership email on, it was like 8:30 p.m. on April 30th that I got partnered, and I just lost it because I was gonna quit. Like the first of May, I was gonna quit. And it was just at that moment I realized, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this. This is my calling. Mm-hmm. Like this is what I was made to do. So that was just my I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's just really crazy to think about. Like it gives me chills thinking about it, because I was like, I couldn't just not be here, not doing this. I could be working for GameStop. You know, I'm like, it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So that's so after that, then it's like I got partnered. So the subs started coming in. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot, but I'm like, wow, this is as much as I was making substituting. And I just asked my wife, I'm like, hey, I think this can work. I think I can make a go of this. And she was like, well, just as long as you can, as long as we can pay the bills and, not sink and all that stuff, then you should do it. So I just made like a huge announcement over the summer. We're going to see how we're doing. And if I'm making enough, I'm not going to go back to work at the school district. And here we are. I didn't go back.
Incredible, man.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
That's awesome. And I love that your wife was supportive of it too.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
She's always been very supportive. I mean, she has to deal with drums in the house.
That's a lot.
It's so loud too, man.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Are you guys in a house? Or are you an apartment?
Yeah. So we've been married for almost 5 years now. Nice. And so we bought a house. We were able to buy a house. It's 1,000 square feet. It's pretty small. So we were able to buy a house right after we got married, thankfully.
That's awesome.
So, but we've been in the same house.
I was just thinking, like, if you got close neighbors or anything like that, like, I don't know how you soundproof
I have a lot of stories about neighbors. For sure.
Yikes.
Yeah. But I had some pretty close neighbors. But see, like at the time, it was more of a struggle to stream in the evening because everyone was getting home from work. Yeah. About when I started, playing Linkin Park really loud and screaming, so it was a struggle to be able to do that. And then when I went full time, I was able to do like a day shift schedule where everyone's gone for the most part.
Oh yeah, so sure. Yeah, during the day.
It ended up working out.
Hey, that's amazing. That's very that echoes a little bit of some of what I went through, and I can relate to a lot of the stuff that you're talking about, man. That's awesome. It's cool to feel like, I don't know, like I'm gonna give myself to this time. If it doesn't happen by then, like you kind of set a realistic goal in your head, like okay, if I can get it by this time, cool, it's supposed to happen. If I don't get it, then maybe I can move on to something else. And there's no shame, and we talked a little bit even before the podcast. I feel like there's no shame in moving on to something else. Like
no, there's not.
If you're trying something, it's just not really working for you. That's I don't know. I feel like when people can sometimes grind to just like over and over again, and it's like, look, maybe like apply this somewhere else. Like no one's saying you have to stop, maybe, but maybe just like shift your energy towards something else. You might like it more and have more success.
Absolutely. But, and you can't say you didn't try, and that's the thing, is that you won't have any regrets.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. You can't say you didn't try.
Yeah, that's very important that you at least try.
That's a good point. I love that. That's fantastic, dude. That's a great story. Thanks for sharing that with us, man.
You're welcome.
It's awesome. Goodness. I think a lot of people will that'll hit home. I think that's I had no idea, bro. For it to go to the final day and then you get that's like it was a miracle, man, for real. Yeah. Like and some people will be like, Seth, you're just like, you instantly got successful. I'm like, no, I worked really hard. I cried a lot. I cracked my knuckles on my drums, bleeding everywhere. I've done a lot of things. I've almost, passed out because it was 85 degrees in my room because I didn't have AC. I couldn't afford to have a window unit in my room. Mm-hmm. And, I just used what I had, so I just took borrowed some stuff from my church to use, and that's what I had. So it was, it's been a crazy ride, man, for real.
That's awesome.
It's not all just donated to Tim, guys. Okay?
No, it's not. No, I get a lot of people get mad at me because of, because I'm now able to give what I've not been able to do in the past, and I'm able to give some people money and support them, because I don't look up to them just because they shout me out. I look up to them because I consider them really good content creators, and I've built a relationship somewhat.
Yeah, it's how they make their living too. So it's like, there should never be any there should be never any like, eye rolling or like huffing at, donating subs to another big streamer that no matter how big they are. Like, it doesn't mean like, oh, I got a lot of success, so now I need to go find someone to like mentor and like help grow. Like giving guys to Tim, who you really appreciate, and guys like anyone, you name anybody.
Absolutely.
And because I like, for Jordan Fisher, we've said him earlier, but one of his big things is like, he's got a very successful other job, and he loves to give back to the community. He does it on purpose. And that's small streamers, big streamers, all like his friends, whatever he's enjoying at the time or whatever he's watching a lot of the time, he's supporting that. He likes to support, like, oh, right now I'm watching this person constantly for whatever reason, for the game they're playing, or, for whatever, or they played with recently and they just like it. He just likes him. And then he's like, I'm going to support him a little bit more right now. And that's good. And that's great. Yeah. And if that, if that helps if that community then like becomes more aware of you because you're a part of that community and you're supporting them, like then that's just a happy, positive,
feedback loop.
Feedback loop, exactly. That then just maybe bring someone to continue to do it in your community, and then that inspires someone to do it somewhere else, and then we have Twitch and why it's so successful.
Absolutely.
So dude, that's awesome. I mean, that's inspiring as hell. I'm gonna be honest, because
thanks, man. Thanks, dude.
It makes you be like, for me, for example, makes me be a little bit more. I like to have perspective. I think I pride myself in my ability to have perspective, but sometimes, I like to realize how lucky I am that I've had my other thing, and that I didn't have to have that. That I'm going to quit in this time, or I got to find something else to do. I haven't had to have that with content creation. I've been able to, I've been able to like pursue it kind of heavily when like things like these COVID things happening, and I'm set up to a place to give it a real good go without having to worry about things really falling apart, at least for a long time, for a while. So, and it's great to hear that all the work's paying off. It's awesome. Man. So that
you're a good content creator, Trevor. So you're really good, man. You're not just
I understand. There's athletes out there that don't do it as much and kind of just show up. And they know who they're like. It's not one of my goals is to actually learn about content creation. I like enjoy that part of it. And it's not for everybody. So it is what it is. Whatever anyone else wants to do, they can do. So but I enjoy. I definitely think, even if I never played baseball, this is something that I could have done.
That's awesome, man.
At the same time. So but that kind of leads me into my next question. I think. And I think that this is a great time that story kind of goes right into it. What's one thing, like what's one tip? Because I'm sure you get asked further, like, hey, I'm starting a stream. Like, what's one tip you could give me? Like, what's one thing you wish you would have known, back when you made the YouTube channel, Seth and Music, or that could, if you had known then, you could have gotten here a little bit faster, but you didn't know, and that's part of the process. What's one thing you would tell someone, like, hey, this is really important when you're trying to grow your stream, or just enjoy your stream? And
I think scheduling is really important, because when I first started, I never had a set schedule. I mean, I would stream every day, but it was only when I was available to stream.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of, like Tim talks about, having a schedule. I'm not just trying to say what he's saying, but it's for real. Like, if you don't have a schedule, how are people going to know? Even if you only have a couple of people that watch you, how are they going to know when you're going to go live if you just go live randomly all the time? So I think scheduling was really a big thing that I didn't really take seriously.
That's huge. I think Tim says that, but I think that one thing Tim's did, and it worked. He did it to me, right? And now there's a bunch of streamers that do it, but they have schedules, and they become part of my day, just like TV became part of some people's days. Like 10, 15 years ago, you're like, oh, my show's on at this time. Like, Tim is that for like tens of thousands of people.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and then you become part of a community, and then that becomes part of your, like, the fabric of your day. And, and we all have those in our communities now. I think that's the cool part.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically their cable.
Yeah.
I mean, they pay you for entertainment or whatever. And it's just, it's way better than cable. So it's
like, I used to think of it too as like, I can just stream whenever I'm available. I mean, because a lot of it was just like a necessity. I was part-time and had a weird schedule, so I just streamed whenever I could.
Yeah,
which is understandable.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But also like I used to view it as like I can stream whenever I want, like whatever. Like this generation, we just like do whatever we want whenever. And it's not so much that people are regimented or scheduled as much as they are just habitual. So like people will just habitually do the same thing every day. Not because like they've written it down, like, and now I'm going to have coffee. And then at this time, I'm going to do this. Like you've just, your body naturally gets into a rhythm and you're like, oh, I'm on, like you're on your computer at night. I just finished my report. I usually type what's on YouTube. Like you always check YouTube first. Or you always check Twitch first. Or you didn't write that down, but I mean, that's the nature of the algorithm. Like YouTube and Twitch or whatever. Understand, well, not so much Twitch, they're getting better. Understand what you like and what you watch. They present it to you because you typically watch this. So yeah, you're just a part of the algorithm. You're like, hey, I'm here, I'm available. I'm live.
It's a routine, a daily routine.
Yeah. I think it's really quickly before we move on. I think it's important to know. Yes, if you are doing it part time, there is a randomness to your streams. That's fine. Just do it. Just be as communicative as humanly possible.
Big word, bro.
Do everything you can to make sure people know when you're going to stream as far in advance as you can. If you can't have set schedule, because it just does work better. You want to get to the point where you can stream at the regular times all the time. And as you're working towards that, just really like over communicate when you're going, because that gives you the best chance of people knowing that you're live. It's just
exactly
until you can like program it into the brand. And it's weird to say that. Like, I'm gonna be honest. This happened last night. I was like, man. Like none of the Tarkov streamers, I've watched like Paul wasn't online yet. Like I was gonna watch. I was like, I want to watch Tarkov right now. Like I really want. Paul wasn't online yet, so I think Lupo had been online for like 5 minutes. So I'm like, I'm gonna check out Loop, and then I like knew what time Ted was. I knew what time Paul streams, and I know what time Paul streams. So that was all like naturally in my head. I'm like, and that's how how the viewership happens. Like people are like, oh. It's this day at this time, this person's streaming. Let's go check out what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And it just lines up with whatever they're doing, their evening, entertainment, or in the morning. If they're a lot of times they're working, throw on the side monitor. It's just like, and you do the best you can. But if you have that in your mind, like eventually I want to get to super regimented, but I'm going to be as regimented as possible. That's a step in the right direction, and people appreciate that. So
absolutely. Yeah. That's the tip I give as well, Seth. I think it's just the baseline. It's just your starting point.
Yeah.
If you're looking for success, I think you're right. It's schedule. I call it consistency, but I think schedule is very, it's important.
Don't disappear for a month either.
Oh, no.
Exactly. Just don't just like disappear if you can avoid it.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. And definitely, you want to definitely enjoy it too, because if you're sitting there struggling because you don't have anybody watching you, it's not going to work, man. Like it just.
Oh yeah. Turn the viewer count off.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I know it sounds so like, oh, they're not worried about it because they have so many viewers. But I mean, I'm telling you, man, just don't worry about it. Just have fun and do the best you can.
Love it.
With what you have, especially.
Yeah, big guys have all talked about it too. Like, guy goes from 40 to 20. They feel the same if they go from 4,000 to 2,000. It's the same feeling. Like it doesn't go away. It never goes away with the number of viewers ever.
No,
like,
it doesn't.
No number is enough, and no number is too much, and no number is like high enough either at the same time. It's like really weird. It is weird. If you always look at it, you'll never find that place where like, I'm contented with this number. It's just like money. It's just like it just doesn't exist. So
exactly.
Don't try to chase that. Just turn it off, and you find yourself like focusing on the people in chat.
That's how we're programmed, I think.
Exactly. I think of it a lot like with viewer count. I don't know if this will make sense, but maybe to someone out there it will. So I mean, OBS does it too, but any sound metering software, once you hit the max decibel, it will leave a marker there, and then it will shrink back down. And then if you go over it again, it'll push the marker up again to where you were last, like where you peak essentially.
Yeah.
That's like what viewership is when you look at it. Like as soon as you hit that mark, the bar is there. And now anything less than that is like, oh no, I could do so much better than that. What the hell? And then like the meter goes up again. You're like, oh, I could do so much better than that. Like what happened? That's kind of how I visualize it. But
that's really, really good. That's really, really good.
Well, Seth, we were talking before in the pre-podcast show, but it was just you, me, and PM about games you're playing right now, right? So things you're doing, things you're playing. Obviously, you drum. That's your thing.
Yeah.
But when you're not drumming, what's your favorite game to play right now? And if you ever use a game to make content with, what game would that be? If you're like, this is the game I'm going to play content, like I think this is a good content game. And are those the same or are they different?
Yeah. So, I hardly ever have time to just play games off stream because I'm always working on stuff. Yeah. But if I play on stream, it's normally Marbles on stream.
No freaking way, dude.
My community absolutely, my community absolutely loves it, and I know, and I've somehow figured out a way to monetize it, so I actually make pretty decent when I play the game. So
what?
Yeah. So
that is.
You want me to share my insight
or something? Yeah.
I'm going to share my insight. So
you monetize? Excuse me.
So every time, so whoever's in last place, I have to. So I have a Go XLR, and I have my. This is so silly, dude. But I have Karen that comes out, and it's like a grocery. I have this like grocery background, and she's like talking in this intercom, and I just talk over her, and I'm just like, wait, hold on, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Can I do the? Okay, like this. Kiwi Hedgehog, you're a gifted sub. Please come up to the front. Thank you. And I do that, and then I get a gifted sub.
Oh,
it's ridiculous. So, like at first, like I was like, this is so stupid. But then people were like, why are you not doing this now? And they're making me do it.
So you hop on there and you're like, whoever's in last place, you ask that they give you a gifted sub.
They have to gift a sub if they lose.
If you are in last place, you have to give a sub. What if they're like a non-sub, like
obviously
a first-time viewer?
No, someone will. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Like everyone knows, dude. There's a Karen emote. We have a Karen emote for Karen that comes out.
Yeah,
and like it's not enforced. I always tell them like, dude, don't feel obligated to give a sub. It's not that big of a deal. But normally, if they're not a sub, they get gifted a sub by somebody. Like that's just how my community is, man. So, and then I'll do that, and then we'll do like the Grand Prix stuff.
Yeah.
And whoever's like in the top three, like third place, make sure they have a sub. Second place, make sure they have a sub. I'll give that. And then first place, make sure they have a sub. If they're in first, they get VIP for a month in my channel. And it just gives people incentive to play, and it does really, really well.
Paul's writing on his notepad right now.
If I didn't severely, I'm Pixel by Pixel Studios. No offense.
Go for it, dude.
When I played marbles, then I might do it.
That was my thing. Was like the reason. I mean, there was a point where I would not take breaks on stream. I would only play drums 5 days a week, and I would get my body would just be like, you have to stop, because I would crash for 3 days.
Dude, yeah.
So I was, and then I was like, well, I'll just not stream on these days. I'm like, man, I don't want to just stay home and not stream. I need to do something.
Yeah.
So on my day offs, I'll just do that. And then because the community, they like to play those types of games where they interact with the streamer. There's not a whole lot of those games out there. So they just really enjoy marbles. Of course, I have like, music and stuff bopping when we're playing, and then go into slow mode when someone falls off and play In the Arms of an Angel. I mean, there's stuff, funny stuff, just stuff that's just me. It's just my character, I just like doing stuff like that. So that's what I play mainly. Sometimes I'll try a new game. Like I tried Streets of Rage 4, Snow Runner, and stuff like that. And I love playing COD.
Is that so Marbles is your favorite content game, but you're not like, man, I wake up in the morning, you're like, man, I can't wait to play Marbles. Or do you?
That would be boring. No.
Okay.
I mean, on days that I'm like excited, I'm like, when my stream, like, I'm gonna play Marbles and be awesome. No, I don't like dream about it. I lay in my bed, I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
Well, then what's the game? What's the game you're dreaming about? What's the game you're like, oh god, I can't wait to get up and play that.
Dude, I don't. I mean, I've been kind of playing CS:GO with Kit Boga and his community.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that stuff just stresses me out, man. I'm really like, I played with Trevor once. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, he goes all in. He just sweats, and Trevor I'm over here, you know, my feet up, and I'm just like chilling, and it's
He's only now begun to let go in Tarkov, but he was really.
I played Tarkov for a little bit. I'm too stupid for that game, so I just don't play it. I like watching it though. I love watching like you play it and Lupo play it. It's really entertaining. But I'm too dumb to figure out how to put the bullets in the next. So it's like I just gave up, bro.
We forget how much it is to learn, like how little we knew.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back and watch that our first game on Shoreline, Paul, our first duo.
Oh, the first ever game. Oh my god!
Just watch again where I was just trying to extract with nothing. And I slowly bled out and died because I had no idea how to heal. Yeah, we gotta watch that again.
Oh man, I think we take advantage or take for granted the information that we have about the game and how things work.
Yeah.
It is daunting, and I don't think
it looks easy anymore. When you're watching it. It looks, you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. But then when you get into the game, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, why is everything so loud?
I gotta pull I gotta pull the map up. Why do I? Oh my gosh, I forgot to bring bullets. I mean, you have all those little things that you forget, and like,
that's true.
But it is really fun. Like I watch. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch.
That's amazing. I love those. Those are two very solid answers.
Yeah, and different games. But marbles, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should try it, man. You should try it.
I love it. No, I mean, I played it. Like I had a month or so where we played like pretty regularly, and they really. There's just like a lot of people that just sit in like viewers that just like waiting for the next Marble streamer to come so they can play Marble.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You get so many new people that just like it's crazy.
Yeah. Like all the top leaderboard people, like yes, finally someone's streaming.
They got like 5 monitors and they have like several streamers up, just playing marbles all day.
Play over and over again.
Yeah, they freaking love it.
More power to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Respect, dude.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Hey, Paul, guess what? I get to read the ad this week.
Yeah, can't wait to watch you fumble. Let's get it.
All right, we're going into it's ad time. Everyone excited? I am too. The support for the May Contain Action podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below the belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. This is just so fun. That's why Manscaped has redesigned its electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. Their third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be tick-free thanks to Manscaped advanced skin-safe technology. Just so you know, everything I just read is capitalized because it's patented. I actually don't know if it's patented, but it's probably patented. So that's how you know it's good. One of the coolest features is the LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for closer, more precise trimming, because you're usually trimming in the dark. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 rotation per minute RPM motor with quiet stroke TM technology. That actually is a trademark right there. That TM is actually there. So let's not forget about the charging stand. Show off your mower loud and proud because this intelligently designed stand is convenient charging dock powered by USB. It's also very ergonomic and fits in your hand comfortably. That's actually not written down. I know that from experience. Get 20% off and free shipping with code MCA at checkout at manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping. Why is there no ands anywhere? And free shipping at manscaped.com. Just use code MCA, 3 letters MCA. Your beanbag will thank you.
Nicely done, Trevor.
I'm so sorry. I laughed during that. I didn't mean to.
Really good.
Because I laugh every time he does it.
I'm using it right now. Sorry, hold on. I gotta just
excuse me.
Okay, stop.
Excuse me.
I just gotta use it right
now.
Dude, there's no.
Stop.
It's battery record. It's battery. I can take it anywhere I want.
I don't want you to. No, we don't want to know.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, it is really phenomenal. It's a great product. I mean, Paul and I had this. We discussed this in PM as well, and we were like, you know what, we gotta really support products that we like are behind, like we believe in, and Manscaped is one of those things. So please,
I'm pumped about the fact, because I mean, just a side note of Manscaped, I don't want to get too over the top of it, but I have been trimming my whole head since I was like 10 or 11. Like I've been cutting my own hair, and it's just nice to have like a battery operated wireless like quality trimmer. Like this thing, I mean this thing is great. Just period.
And it's seriously ceramic blades. It's like really hard to like you jam it in your skin.
Wait, you can use it in the shower?
You can use it.
Use it in the shower. Absolutely.
Dude, that's
it's super easy to clean.
You just rinse it off.
That's actually great. Big brain right there.
And, the price point's good, and you get 20% off.
I'm gonna have to get one now. Thanks, guys.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
See, easy.
Yeah, we got you, dude. We got you. So Seth, we like to ask a little bit more of a specific question tailored to you, because you make some very interesting and specific content, obviously. But what's the hardest part about making like specific content and being, I don't want to say, I feel like the term pigeonholed is a little bit more excessive, but obviously your name is SethDrums.
Yeah.
Like you've painted yourself in this corner of like, I'm a drummer, this is what I do. Mm-hmm. If you were to play games almost and be like, whoa, why isn't he drumming? What's going on? But what strategies how have you implemented strategies to try to branch out? Like, how have you been trying to diversify yourself?
I don't really like, I'm so hard to answer that question, because I mean, I just play song requests on drums. So it's like I've never really had to deal with. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I wish I could play like Fortnite and stuff and do those things, because I see like all the opportunities to do like competitions that I can't do. And so that does kind of affect me mentally when I know that it's just not for me. Mm-hmm. But then I have to put myself into the place where, well, they can't do what I'm doing because it's kind of my own little thing, and not everyone can do and pull this off and make a living out of it. So, I mean, the only thing it's really, I don't really know how to answer it.
It's going to be grateful for what you have, for sure. But yeah, I totally understand. I guess what I'm saying too is like, do you feel like you can't as well? Do you feel like you can't branch out, or that you like, why couldn't you join start playing Fortnite or start a tournament? Like, do you feel like you would lose audience? Do you feel like you would not be true to yourself? Or
I think like I've tried just doing like long streams playing a video game, and I'm just like, this is not for me. Like mentally, I can't handle it.
I see.
And so like that, for one, is I mentally just can't do it. It's just out of my comfort zone. Like I've gotten like a big host, and I'm sitting here playing friggin', Sea of Thieves. I'm like, this sucks, because I'm like, I'm not behind my drum kit. I'm not in my comfort zone.
You're not doing the thing that you're like, I'm
so
really good at.
I feel right. So I feel like if there's anyone new that comes to my channel and they see that I'm not playing drums, they'll be like, well, why? Right. And then I feel like, well, I normally do, but today's the day that I don't. So it's like, it's difficult. And that's very difficult. So I think like, I mean, if you would have asked this 6 months ago, I would have said, I have to play drums to, make sure I keep all of my subs. But now I feel like it's a little bit different. They don't really care what I do. They're just there to support me. Yeah. Obviously I probably would still lose people, because like everyone, I mean, if you're not playing the game that you grown into, you're going to lose an audience. It's just how it is.
That game made you, bro.
That game made you. Right. Yeah. So, so, I mean, I don't really struggle with it as much. I feel comfortable enough where I can be like, hey, I'm going to take a few days off and just play some games because my back is killing me. And now I'm just like, people will come and watch me. But like, a while back last year, there's no way I would do that. I would just suck it up and play. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
It's a hard question, because I'm not special or anything, but I feel like I'm in a weird, like I have a weird corner of Twitch that I'm in. It's
yeah. And so that's kind of why the question, I think that's kind of why we came up for the question, because it's, you are in a very, it's you're more specific than just someone playing a video game, because the video game, like video game mechanics translate, like, but like drumming is drumming. Like drumming isn't anything else. Like what does drumming skill translate into? Drumming. That's what it translates into.
Rock band.
So, rock band, like maybe. But again, like of course that would be if you did. We're like, okay, we're gonna play rock band. I'm gonna show how it translates for a YouTube video or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would be quote unquote branching a little bit out of not exactly what you're doing, but like it's harder, much harder to find how the ways to do that and to do it like tastefully. So you know, here's something that I had in mind, just in like. So you're like, okay, on Saturday, for example, Paul, if you tune into Paul's stream on Saturdays, he's been playing TFT, like Teamfight Tactics. That's you tune in on Saturday, you're probably going to be playing TFT, and people that come in that day know that, and you've set a precedent to like, okay, we've done it enough to where the viewership might be normalizing a little bit during that day because people are there know what's happening instead of like being like, whoa, this isn't, you know, super scary and it's raining on reserve, you know? Yeah. So, but like, it takes like repetition and almost just being like I said before, hyper communicative. I mean, I think you would, in my opinion, if you were to do that too much, like capitalizing on that, and especially doing like requests like that, it will never go away. Right. You're never going to run out of songs.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you can do that literally forever. Like, and never play every song. And the way to get creative with that is insane too. So like maybe you don't even need to do it as much as say like, for example, for me, this week, Monday was Tarkov all day. Tuesday, I wanted to play Apex Legends because the new one came out, but I played Tarkov all day because I was having a great time. Then Wednesday, I played Apex Legends all day. Today, I played MLB The Show this morning, and then I played Call of Duty. So now I'm like, I think it's pretty good way. I think at this point, I can say I'm a variety streamer. I think. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. Do you remember?
You just got to find a way to do it. You know what I mean?
People would really hate on those people, on the streamers. They're like, "You're a variety streamer. You don't know what you are." Like, I mean, like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with just trying different things?
Nothing wrong with it. Still exists. I mean, I know there was a stigma with variety streamers, but no, you're completely right, man. It used to be like, what the heck? Like, why are you playing? Like, pick one and settle on it, bro. And it's like, why? Why would I do that?
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know if maybe it's not that way anymore, but.
It's almost coveted. I feel like it's coveted now. People want to be variety streamers.
I think it might be just like there needs to be like some sort of structure associated, like we said, consistency. So you have consistency in your variety streamer, meaning they know what games are going to happen. For example, I brought him up a lot in this podcast, Co Carnage. Every title tells you exactly what he's playing in the next stream. So like you're watching today, you're like, okay, I'm really enjoying this. Is he going to play this tomorrow? And you'll know immediately. And he does this on purpose, and he's one of the best variety streamers out there. Yeah, because everyone knows. Like,
interesting.
This is kind of the schedule we're working through, and he constantly is talking through it. But that's what he enjoys too. He enjoys playing games like that, and so that fits his brand really well. I think that. But if you're just like you wake up, and you're like, I don't know what we're gonna play today, like every day. Yeah, that's different. I think that's the stigma. But yeah, it's that's
true.
That's really interesting, and like and then there's like kind of the outliers, like the lyrics, the sodas, and the XUCs of the world that just they're just their energy.
Oh yeah, he could XUC could stream a box. He could literally stream a cardboard box, and he'd get
staring at the camera saying nothing. Like,
just because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And this chat's hilarious.
Exactly.
You're literally only there for the chat spam because it's so funny.
Yeah, and like Soda
and guys like that.
They're not variety streamers. Like they are, but they aren't. Like they're not. Yeah. They are their own personality, and that's why you watch. And whatever they play is inconsequential. Whereas like Co or Dan's Gaming, well, obviously there people are watching for those people. I'm not saying that, but like they are saying I like to play a variety of games, and we're going to enjoy a variety of games together, almost like a wine tasting.
Exactly.
Like, today we're doing this.
That's exactly what it is. That's they're game sommeliers. They really are. I mean, and same JP and Ezekiel, all the guys that do the Drop Frames podcast do. They're all like that. That's how they play games.
Their
And they
games
talk through mechanics and they talk through things they like and they don't like, and
Yeah.
you know, and everyone's like, yo, I'm gonna try this game because you convinced me, even if it's a game that you were never interested in before.
Yeah.
That's what they do so well. So like, anyway, we went off the rails here, but that was really interesting conversation.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Awesome. I love that.
So I hope I answered your question.
You did. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. I think that was really, really valuable right there.
Absolutely. With a name as specific as yours, it was good to know how you feel about your specific content and how you feel about branching out.
I just love drums so much. Like, it's just hard. Like, I know a lot of people just give me hate for branding myself into drums, but like, it's my life. Like, that's what I think about all the time is drumming. And that's why I branded myself into it. Like, I mean, it's not difficult to, it's like, if you love something, what's wrong with branding yourself into it if you're passionate about it? And that's
100%.
That's especially
why,
when it's like, not a game. It's like not a specific game.
Yeah. Right.
It's like
exactly.
Skill. It's just different. Yeah. It's different than just like being like I'm me going, I am Trevor May FN as my name. Okay, now I have to play Fortnite. That's different.
True.
But it's hilarious because Moon OW is still Moon OW.
Oh yeah,
but he's another dude who's just like can play anything. And it doesn't matter.
Is it still XQCOW, right?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's his. It might be his Twitter still. I don't think it is on Twitch anymore. I think he's just XQC. I think he was OW on the game.
He changed it. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Pinning yourself to a single game.
Imagine, bro. I mean, that was probably cool back in 2017.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
It also said, not to belabor it because I do want to keep it going, but like it did give a certain amount of like, you knew what this person was about because you attached yourself to a game. Yeah. And so like you understood the culture that they were about and the type of person they were. Like if you met a COD pro, you're like, okay, I know what that person's about. Like I get it.
Sure.
So sense of identity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Identity. Nice.
But I'm glad that you are so into drums because, well, they're sprinkled in there. It's not all of them. We got a game to play, and today's game is trivia. Sorry, that was a bad auto tune. Gonna work on that. So I have 5 trivia questions for you. I had to restart my computer and do an update, so hopefully it's still there. 5 trivia questions for you, 2 of which are drumming related. They are, thank God for.
Oh gosh!
Thank God for cloud saving, because I can save. Thank goodness.
This is gonna be a disaster.
No, it's fine. There's only it's a lot. It's just 5 trivia questions. 2 of them are drumming. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I only gave you 2 so you could save yourself possibly the other 3. Okay. So if you get both drumming wrong, you'd still win. So it's between you and Trevor.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna start off here, and whoever gets the most points wins. Pretty simple. All right.
Trevor, can you just mute your mic so I can win?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Trevor's gonna get it wrong. All right. Trivia question number 1. We're gonna start off with the drumming one. Very simple, very straightforward. Who is the drummer for Van Halen?
You think I know that?
I have no idea either.
I think it's his brother. Oh my gosh, dude.
Come on. Drummer. Drums are my life. Dream about drums. Drummer for Van Halen. No idea.
Can you give me a frick, bro?
Named himself after a drum company as a kid. Doesn't know that.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, Van Halen.
Take your time.
Wait.
Come on.
You can do this.
Come on. You can do this. Come on.
Alex?
Is it Alex?
I don't know, bro.
We're gonna go with.
Is it Alex Van Halen?
It is Alex Van Halen.
No way, it's
Nicely done.
Wait, is it really?
You eked it out, but you got it. Yeah, my goodness.
Oh, I was gonna guess Jordan Van Halen.
Okay, dude. Alex Van Halen is the drummer of Van Halen and the older brother of guitarist Eddie Van Halen.
And they go by Van Halen because it's their last name.
Yeah. And believe it or not, when they first started the band and playing instruments together, Alex was on guitar and Eddie was on drums. They since swapped. Van Halen knowledge for you.
Of course you would pull out a boomer band, right? Oh, I'm just kidding.
Boomer band? The dude's a legend. What do you mean?
You're absolutely right. He is. What? Absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
No basketball fan would know anything before 2005. Anything. Who won 6 championships in a row? I don't know.
The Pistons.
I don't know. Allen Iverson. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Our next trivia question, non-drumming related. In which Star Wars movie does the line, "Luke, I am your father," come from? Which Star Wars movie does the line, "Luke, I am your father"?
Wait, he never says, "Luke, I am your father."
Return of the Jedi?
Wait.
Return of the Jedi, isn't it?
Wait, he never says that though, right?
Seth, are you reading chat?
No, I'm not.
You better not be looking at chat. Trevor,
No,
you too.
I'm not.
That's an unwritten rule. You don't look at chat.
I'm not looking at chat.
Looking straight at it, aren't you? You're
Bro.
staring at it.
No, does he actually say that though?
Luke, I am your father.
No, he doesn't. That's one of those weird. No, he doesn't say that.
I am your father.
Well, you never said that into a fan before?
Come on, dude. You never said that into a fan? Come on, dude.
I don't know. I literally don't know. The one that has Darth Vader in it. I have no idea.
I think it's Return of the Jedi.
I am your father.
Wow, that was good.
That was really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dude, he never actually says that line.
All right, so you're going with that. Trevor, what are you going with?
Return of the Jedi, so 5 times.
Return of the Jedi. Don't ever take the tone with me.
What did I go with? I didn't even say
Trevor, anything. You didn't say anything. You're going with not answering.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, Trevor, you are.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What was it?
Seth, you are. Right. He never says that. It is never said.
I win.
It is never said.
It's really not a line in the movie?
The line never appeared in the movie. The actual quote is, "No, I am your father," which was in episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, when I found that out, I felt like my childhood was a lie.
Isn't that wild? You never
it's crazy,
said it.
Man. It's
crazy. It's the most commonly said thing with the Star Wars unit, like the most common quote attached to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question number 3. What is the name of the first Harry Potter book?
The Sorcerer's Stone? I don't.
Yeah. Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Yeah.
You guys both locking in those answers.
Wait,
okay, I guess that was an easy one. You guys are both freaking wrong.
What is it?
Rat! 2 in a row. Your buddy's got tricks.
You tricked us?
Is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. J.K. Rowling debuted the novel, and her first of 7 Harry Potter books was published in 1997. The next year, it was published in the United States as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Was that like a UK or something?
You just completely debated us.
Was that like the UK or something? Bro,
yeah, it was written in the UK. Just from UK, dude. You kidding me?
What the heck?
I don't know, bro.
You don't know where the Harry Potter series came from?
We should move on before you fight. All right, 2-0. Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, it's from London. I'm an idiot, bro. I should know this. Okay, go ahead.
It's from London. Oh boy. All right.
Go for it.
Okay, our next one is a drumming related question. Trevor's got no chance. This one's got a little bit more build up. This musician is arguably the most influential of all rock drummers of the 20th century. So naturally, Seth won't know who it is. He got a start in the New Yardbirds in August of 1968. He was better known for his subsequent group. He tragically died in 1980 at the age of 32. Who is this?
Oh, wait. Hold on. The Yardbirds.
Gotta start.
I have no idea.
Dang. Is there another band that he was in?
It says, so he got to start in the New Yardbirds in August 1968, but was better known for his subsequent group.
Who's the drummer in the Beatles?
I don't know, man. No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. 'Cause I thought at first it was, no. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Absolutely tragic. His name is John Bonham.
Oh my gosh.
John Bonham. Bonham. I know. One of the most famous and influential drummers of the 20th century, but you had no idea who it was. We got a hell of a drummer here, chat.
Wait, was he in Led Zeppelin too, right? Yeah, he was.
There you go.
Yeah, he was.
Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
It's all right.
It's all
right. It's
Zeppelin,
okay.
dude.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this because I feel like I have the soundbite for a reason.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect. 2-0.
Just because I'm a drummer doesn't mean I know all these freaking historical drummer legends.
I mean, I feel like you should.
Why?
Know them.
I mean, I know
because
some.
Your name is SethDrums.
I was homeschooled and both my parents worked. That's my excuse for literally everything.
Hey, so what? Who's the drummer for Pitbull? Do you know that one?
The drummer for Pitbull?
Wait, he has a drummer?
No, we didn't have a drummer. It was a joke. Okay, moving on. Fifth.
All right. Our next trivia question is: things could get tough on this show. Who starred alongside Paris Hilton in the show The Simple Life?
What's her name?
A little bit of a millennial question for you.
I wonder what she's doing now.
Probably face down in a ditch somewhere.
Jesus.
Wait, that was terrible. Wait.
Courtney or I don't know. I don't freaking know.
Is it
I don't know, man.
Rebecca? Rachel?
Can I phone in a friend?
Seth, what do you know?
I mean, not much, honestly.
Rebecca Weston?
Obviously. I'm sitting here. I can barely tie my shoes at this point.
Oh I know who it is. It's Ashley Super 8.
Ashley Simpson?
It's absolutely terrible. You guys are just the worst. Her name is Nicole Richie.
Nicole Richie, yeah.
Nicole Richie. What we're looking for.
Seth.
Nicole Richie. Yeah.
What would you say me for, bro?
That was so much closer.
I can't remember anyone's name. Dude, there's no heckin' way.
So you won 2-0.
Congratulations.
Wait, who won?
You won.
You did.
Oh, nice.
I literally got every question horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong. I do have one more drummer-related question
that I'm going to get wrong.
That I feel like it's kind of a lob. I feel like it's kind of, even Trevor could give a decent guess at this. So last question, bonus question. Okay. A very famous singer said this about his very famous band's drummer. The quote is blank the best drummer in the world? He's not even the best drummer in blank. Who is he talking about?
I'm going to go ahead and just leave the Discord.
You're absolutely killing it.
Is it like a legendary drummer?
It's a very famous quote. And it's a legendary drummer.
Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was gonna guess like the Beatles, but
okay.
So that's
can you give me the drummer from the Beatles?
Ringo Starr, I think. Yeah.
We got there, Chad. We had to roll off a mountain to get there, but we got it.
Was it Ringo Starr?
Wait, are you kidding me?
Ringo Starr and the Beatles.
Cool. 2 of the 3 you got were 100% guesses. Incredible.
I literally did not even know. I have no idea, bro.
Oh my god. All right. Seth used to drum is his new Twitch name.
Yeah, I'm changing it officially today.
Seth used to love drums.
I love the random Paris Hilton question, like just completely unrelated to everything. But we're of kind of that age.
I thought it was an age appropriate. I was like, we're all in our late 20s. Like we get it.
We should have did a Tim the Tatman stream freaking trivia thing, and we would have probably had a better contest.
Yeah.
Did you just openly criticize my game?
No, dude.
Kind of felt like you openly criticized my game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hard backpedal. I was an hour and 47 minutes late today.
Yeah.
I apologize. No, your game's great, and I loved it.
Thanks so much.
So moving on to the next segment. It's called "Who Have You Been Watching Lately?" and it asks the question, "Who have you been watching lately?" I told you we were going to call it this. So,
who have you been watching lately? Who have you been watching lately?
And live from New York, it's Saturday night. All right. So, Seth, basically, I know you're an avid Twitch viewer as well when you're not streaming. So we take a little bit of time here for the last segment before we take off to give a little shout out to somebody that we've kind of been putting on the side monitor when we've been doing other things. So, they don't have to be, small streamers, or they can be on YouTube. They can be literally just like Twitter or making Twitter videos, or, whatever it is. They make content somewhere. And you just enjoy what they're doing. We've had TikTok stars. We've all kinds of people. So recently, I will start and give you some time to think. But recently I've checked out Team Summertime's YouTube videos. If you're not familiar with Team Summertime, it is Hitch, Blake, and I believe it's George. I honestly do not know how to pronounce it, but their YouTube video, like this Twitch is George, not George.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
but it's spelled the J. So, but Team Summertime, they all play Call of Duty. They're all very good players, but they like all their cams are on the same stream. So they've been doing making stuff together, and they've been like playing in tournaments and all kinds of stuff. They're all insane players. People know who Hitch is and Optic, professional player. And so it's kind of their I think it's a fairly new project, and it's more on the content creator side, and it's funny. They're a hilarious team, and they're really good. So if you're into COD right now, I mean, I've been into COD a little bit more, trying to figure out how to, I don't know, if I'm going to play in tournaments, I want to know what I'm doing a little bit more. So, trying to watch people who are playing, who are good, and they're kind of legends in the scene already. So
nicely done.
Shout out their new project, Team Summertime, TST as their followers call them, but Team Space Summertime on YouTube. Check it out.
Nice, love that.
Nice.
So mine is I to full transparency, I haven't watched anyone in particular this week. So I don't have a particular shout out, but I would still like to give a shout out to just a smaller streamer that I know of and have seen her content in the past, even though I haven't watched it recently as of this week. And her name is APanda. So she is APAAA NDA, APanda. She usually streams Fortnite, does just chatting as well. She's very kind and a lot of fun to watch. She's a like I said, mainly Fortnite, just chatting type of a streamer. So she still does that. So if you're still into Fortnite, which apparently is doing better than ever, which I did not realize, and also shows
really
that games don't need content creators to flourish. Yeah,
wow,
100%. So she is APAAA NDA on Twitch, and spelled the same way on Twitter with an underscore at the end. She is she's just positive. She's fun. She's not afraid to make fun of herself, which I think is a really nice, refreshing thing. Like, not in like a degrading way, but she's just able to kind of like poke fun at herself. Like, she doesn't take herself too seriously. And I think it's a pretty chill vibe. So her name is Amanda, and she's called APanda on Twitch and Twitter. So check her out. She's pretty great. Seth, do you have anyone in particular that you have been watching or would like to give a quick shout out to?
A quick shout out. Can I shout out myself?
God, you should have saw this coming.
I don't even have to give myself money for this. I can just say SethDrums.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next segment.
Remember that one time Tim shouted me out on your podcast? How crazy was that? I didn't even pay him for that. It just happened. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. So there's a person that I have watched. I don't watch a whole lot of different streamers. If I do watch people, it's just like, Tim and Summit and stuff. But there is a guy who I look up to. His name is Floop, FLEWP. He's a drummer. He's been streaming for much longer than I have, and he was one of the first people that I started watching when I started venturing into the music category.
Yeah.
And because there was only a couple of drummers, and it was him and a couple other people. And he just kind of took me under his wing and just helped me out. And I think I'm running like a 35-month sub on him. Like he's like one of the longest people I've subbed to, and just a really great guy. And he plays drums, and he's just an awesome dude. So yeah, definitely him, man.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's almost like you like other drummers.
I do. It's fun to watch other drummers. There's not a whole lot. Well, I take it back. There's actually a lot more than there used to be. When I first got partnered, there was only like 4.
Oh, on Twitch. I thought you meant like Twitch. In the world. And I was like, I feel like there's more.
No. Okay.
A handful.
Okay. Well, I like other drummers, Eric Moore, Connor Dennis. I mean, there's several that I watch outside of Twitch. Okay. But on Twitch, I only watch Floop as far as a drummer. Are you done, Paul?
No, I'm just wondering if you're saying if John Bonham had a Twitch channel, you'd probably know who he was.
I probably wouldn't know. I'd be like, Bon, what about what?
Okay.
What? Paul, okay.
All right. Bonham, it doesn't matter. The point is Seth didn't know.
Well, you didn't know either, but you had a cheat sheet, so heck you.
Yeah, that's right. I did.
Yeah.
Well, Seth, this is your actual moment. This is your real moment. Plug your stuff, man. Where are you at, and what do you have coming up? If you have anything that you want to give a shout out to, any events, streams, any merch, anything like that, let us know what's going on.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch at SethDrums. You probably heard that a few times. On my socials, Instagram and Twitter is I'm SethDrums because SethDrums was taken. So I took Tim's old name and made it my own. Pog you.
There you go.
And then my TikTok. Yeah. I try to do some stuff. It's very hard because there's not a whole lot of that style of videos. It's mainly just people dancing,
Yeah.
Or whatever Tim does, whatever he does. So it's I'm SethDrums, so everything. And then my YouTube is SethDrums, and I post covers every day. But
awesome.
I post every day. Yeah, I just do highlights from the stream. And as far as anything going on in the future, I just hit 43,000 followers on Twitch. So I just celebrated that today, which is really unbelievable. So that was is kind of the next thing for me is, and it's crazy, man. It's just crazy.
I love that.
So
fantastic. Awesome.
And I appreciate you guys very, very much, for real. Thank you guys for letting me. This is my first ever interview. Like I've never interviewed before, so I was really nervous at first, but you guys made it really fun. And
good.
It's I would love to game with you guys sometime soon. It'd be fun, even though I don't stream it, but I would love to play sometime.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, for what it's worth, dude, I was super nervous to have you on. So I mean, it worked out. I think for both of us.
What? I'm not gonna ask why.
Came in nervous, ended up less nervous. So
did you think I was just gonna be this like? Never mind.
I just thought you were gonna know who any drummer at all was ever, but it doesn't matter. So, but no, in all seriousness, Seth, it was great having you on, man. Your story was awesome. Hit home and very inspirational, and I just it was legitimately a pleasure having you on, man. We absolutely
thanks, man. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Trevor.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, guys, you were just listening to the May Contain Action podcast, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. So thank you for continuing to support us. I'm going to go ahead and read our review of the week. If you're interested in being read off on the pod, your review of the week, be sure to leave it anywhere you can leave a review. So if it's Spotify or iTunes or whatever, leave a review. You may get selected as the review of the week. This review comes from Clef78. He says, I've been following, or she, there's no real way to know there. I've been a follower of Paul and Trevor on Twitch and recently started listening to this podcast. It's been really fun and interesting to hear about the backgrounds of the guests. The game section is great, especially when Paul does it. Being from Minnesota, the Initials game has been awesome. It's been all right. Factor or Fiction is also a great game. I love that they covered both. That's my favorite. Keep up the good times, guys. Go Twins. You couldn't tell, this was a review picked out by Trevor.
Of course.
Tell that. Of course it was. Very kind. Again, guys, be sure to leave a review wherever you can. It helps us out a lot. And also we can kind of pull that and see what you guys think of the show. Don't forget to follow us at May Contain Pod on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. That's at May Contain Pod. We get updates about the show when they go live. This show will be live in moments, like seconds after we record the live recording, which is usually at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to watch the live recording, you can do that on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/ActionJaxon. It goes up on YouTube at 1 p.m. on Friday. So you check it there too. We are heading out, guys. Trevor, plug your stuff so people know where to find you, bud.
I am Trevor May on Twitch. I am Trevor May on YouTube. I am Trevor May on Twitter. TrevMay65 on Instagram. And I am Trevor May on TikTok. Also, please leave a review. Like, go right now. You're like, well, I'm at the end. This is a great episode. Go leave a review right now. 5 stars.
Go do it. It does help out a ton. It really, really does.
It really does. Please.
Yeah, it does. I am host, again, number 1, just in case you got confused in the order of things. I am Paul, aka ActionJaxon. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ActionJaxon, on Twitter at ActionJaxon, and also on Instagram at ActionJaxonBTW. That's ActionJaxonBTW. That's YouTube.com/ActionJaxon, obviously. I'll post a TikTok once every 5 months, so go ahead and follow that if you'd like as well. I can't dance as much as I used to because my back hurts. So that's just kind of where I'm at.
Old age problems, man.
Yeah, hurts, dude. Huge. So again, huge shout out to SethDrums. Thank you for being on the podcast, man. And thank you guys all for listening. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.